So I'm here with Blake Augsburger, CEO and founder of LEA. Thanks for spending a couple of minutes with AV.technology, Blake.
My pleasure.
So I won't get you to do the full, technology backstory for LEA Professional, which is sort of well known, but maybe a deeper dive into some of the features that haven't traditionally been associated with power amps. I'm thinking maybe the cloud features especially. Do you want to just sort of flesh that out for us a bit more about the point of difference and why it's so powerful?
Well, I mean, we've tried to build an IT-based product that allows our dealers to really provide, hopefully, a recurring revenue type stream in the sense that the amp provides data back to them to solve problems. The real innovative part of it is really using the cloud to do that. So with our cloud, it's a AWS cloud, so it's extremely secure, and we can do not only storage, but we're doing control and monitoring over the cloud. And you could actually, if we were sitting here in Orlando, Florida, control and change a system in Sydney, Australia in real time. So if you had a customer calling into the dealer saying, hey, the music's not loud enough on the outside porch, he could bump it up 6 dB and provide better music to his customers. So it's a really cool feature, and this is something that's kind of evolved over the last 5 or 6 years, and it continues to get better. It's real time. It's the same thing you would see on the cloud. It's the same thing you would see on the web UI on the amplifier. The goal is to enhance that maybe with updates and notifications. We do load monitoring, we do fault monitoring. So we can really solve a lot of problems remotely versus a dealer having to roll a truck or spend money, going out and, I have a speaker down, I got to go back and grab another speaker. We can even tell you which channel is we have a load issue with. So, and he knows on that channel he's got this speaker, so he can come prepared.
So are there examples, of clients that have installed a bunch of your amplifiers doing something like this?
Oh yeah, so I'll give you an example that we had our sales meeting yesterday, and Scott Robbins, who's the VP of sales for LEA, gave a great example. There's a dealer that does all the Shields sports stores, so it's a retail chain, and so Shields was having a sale out in the parking lot, and they couldn't get the PA up loud enough to play the music to help the event. So the owner of the store calls up and says, hey, any way you could come out and turn up the system? And he said, well, hold on. So he pulls up his phone, bumps the system up. The guy says, that's perfect. Super happy customer. But what makes it even better is the dealer immediately sends an invoice for $50 for the service, and the store owner was more than happy to pay the $50. So that's a great example of a recurring revenue stream and a happy customer.
Yeah, that's a good example. I guess traditionally that kind of monitoring was done in other ways. It wasn't like embedded, as it were, in the amplifier. Is it been more convenient for your customers to have it in the amp as opposed to some other control
in the past,
systems?
10 years ago, before we had this technology, it was almost impossible in many venues because you had to have a VPN. They wouldn't let you connect to the system within the venue, so it was very complicated. And it's always up and down, never real time, never always on. So today, we provide that service always on in any venue, and with our new software, we're able to, group amps and manage, like the entire foyer. Or we manage the entire bowl system, or we can just do the bathroom. So there's a lot of creativity and value that can be added when you have this type of control system.
And I guess to wind up, this is a bit of a Hail Mary question for you, because but is the whole Class D amplification, can it get better? Can it get more efficient? Are you seeing stuff over the horizon that you're excited about from a component level?
I mean, we're really focused on the control IT aspects, because that's the most value we're bringing. But the great thing about it, based on our history and our heritage, and I think you know where we come from, the amp sounds fantastic. What we're doing now in one rack space, I couldn't do that 5, even 6 years ago. Our next product line will even be more power density in a smaller box. So, managing the thermals, managing the magnetics and those kind of, small packages, a little bit challenging, but I mean, we've gotten through that, and, I don't know if we're going to get, leaps and bounds better than what we have today, but we'll continue to get more efficient. We'll continue to optimize costs. For us, look and feel is really important. We want it to look as good as it sounds. But yeah, I mean, I think that most of our efforts now are figuring out how to do something really cool and really different and add value back to the dealer.
Thanks, Blake. That's really good. Thanks for your time.
Thank you. Appreciate the opportunity.